Welcome to TTC Extra, a web-exclusive version of PBS's To the Contrary with me, Bonnie Erbay. Feminist fights over Valentine's Day are heating up in response to V-Day, a movement started by Vagina Monologues playwright Eve Ensler to stop violence against women. The conservative Independent Women's Forum launched Take Back the Date. The program encourages chivalry on college campuses, telling women to let men take them out on dates, open the door, and buy them flowers. Is this a real controversy, Michelle Bernard? It is your organization.
It's my organization. I'm very proud of it. You know, an author the other day on Salon.com was talking about our Take Back the Date initiative, and she said, I've got vagina fatigue. Well, we all have vagina fatigue. We're tired of hearing about what's going on in the vagina monologue, so we've launched this program because we think chivalry should not be dead. What's wrong with getting flowers? What's wrong with getting chocolates? What's wrong with going on a date on Valentine's Day rather than walking around with, you know, hats and lollipops in the shape of a vagina?
You know, no one needs to be told that it's okay to go out on a date on Valentine's Day. Hallmark does that for us. Whitman's chocolates do that for us. I know that when it comes to chivalry, I really enjoy when a guy opens the door for me before he gives me a roofie.
But you're not a college student anymore. This is what's happening on college campuses.
But I travel across college campuses. I do lectures on college campuses every year, about 15, 20 college campuses, and I'm in touch with students in women's centers and in women's studies groups all across the country. None of them seem to have any problem with dating. What they talk about is violence against women. And that's
no, they're not dating. They are hooking up. 9 out of 10 students that you talk to raise their hand, and if you say, we do an annual sex and dating conference. 2 years ago, we asked Washington interns, they've been in town for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, who's had a one-night stand already, and almost everybody in the room, men and women, raised their hand with no embarrassment whatsoever.
But why does that have anything to do with feminism? Why is this not something that has more to do, for example, with Britney Spears and Paris Hilton going naked on the internet?
No, reality TV.
It is not really a question of feminism. It is a question of how you want to live your life. Do you honor yourself by talking about your vagina and having sort of anti-male events on college campuses when instead of just going on a date? I mean, who killed Cupid? Why do we have to kill Cupid?
Well, I don't understand why the two are mutually exclusive.
They shouldn't be.
Why couldn't you have, you know, the romantic evening at the same time, enjoy an event that calls attention to violence against women and trying to fight that? Well, I mean, there's nothing clearly. The popularity of these vagina monologue shows all over the world tells you something. Clearly, it's creating a clique of recognition among women everywhere, young, old, middle age, or whatever. So I don't think, I think, again, we're, you know, stewing over a small item here. I mean, I like Valentine's, but I also want to see vagina monologue.
Well, first of all, I don't know how popular they are with mainstream people in this country or other places, but the fact is there's plenty of ways to draw attention to violence against women without these type of shenanigans. And what we ought to be doing is trying to raise men's standards on sex, not bringing women's down to where men are. And frankly, I think that's what this kind of stuff has done. That's why we had the one-night stands, is because women are acting like men. And isn't that a great thing?
I think that we make a real mistake when we say that issues like vagina monologues or campaigns against violence against women are anti-male. I think that they are pro-male, pro-female. I think that they are pro-human to say that we should be responsible and not violent. But also, I don't know any feminists who've said don't date, who've said romance is bad. I think that's a big straw feminist issue, and I don't appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for watching TTC Extra. Whether your views are in agreement or to the contrary, please join us next time.